Alrighty guys, so I am now in Florida. We are out on my back terrace. This is a part of my Lanai. My Lanai is covered. This over here, it does have, it's a screen. There you can see a little bit better. Oh, those are my favorite kind of palm trees in the whole world right there. Anyhow, so what I did was I just brought one of my plant stands with me in the U-Haul that we had behind our car, and the other one's gonna be coming in our pod tomorrow. So I pushed everything onto one plant stand here. And for the most part, everything fits, but this stays in the shade pretty much all day long. It does get bright light from this side, but again, it's not direct sunlight. At about 5:30, the sun does come out from that side and shines in this way, but it's late enough in the day that I'm not too worried about it. It's hot, but not hot. I've been checking the leaves every single day and everyone's been all right. So we'll start at the top here. I totally broke my rule and went ahead and bought some new ones, only because I had to. Orchid lovers alike, you guys will understand. This one I did get though, because this is actually the dendrobium that we had on our wedding. So I'll zoom in there. You can see that it's a really big plant there too. It's like absolutely massive. And then this one I saw when we were down here looking at houses, and they still had some left at Home Depot. So I grabbed this, and I'll get you the name of this one here because it did come with a tag. This is a Better Grow Baby, and it is a, let's see here, something, why not? Something or other. Yeah, I don't really know. I just thought it was really cute, and its flowers are absolutely adorable. So they got like a little yellow center there, super cute. This one you guys saw, I brought that one up from Ohio, as well as all of these. This one though, oh my golly, I had to get this one. This thing is so big. Let me see if I can show you just how big these are. Like, this is one that just opened, but one of the first ones. You can see there, these flowers are humongous. So had to have that one. It was just way too cool. And then this one, it actually was at Lowe's, and I looked at it, thought it was really pretty, and then we walked away, and about 10 minutes later, we heard this loud crash, and someone had actually knocked this one over and broke the pot. So the flower spike got broke, the pot got broke, and everything. They went ahead and gave it to me at a discount, and it is, let's see here. All right. Bolera Tahoma Glacier Green. A couple of flowers are still hanging on. I did buy a new pot for it, so I just tucked it in there with some moss. But there you can see a huge flower, absolutely gorgeous. Love that one. I used to have one very similar to it, and I don't really know what happened to it, to be honest. I think I may have tossed it because I couldn't fit all my plants in my boxes that I had, so I tossed some that just weren't doing very well, and that must have been one of them, because I'm looking around, I'm like, oh, I must have gotten rid of that one. I did pull this little air plant here off of my tree in the backyard, stuck it in with my staghorn. I thought that was kind of fun. It's looking great. Second shelf down again, these are all ones that I brought with me except for two. But everyone's doing great. The buds opened up on this one. The buds are opening up on this one. All are looking really, really nice. The Cattleyas new growth back there, you can see, is huge. Everything is just doing really, really well. This guy's getting a new growth in there. His roots are getting better. They're starting to get growing tips on the end. I did pick this one up right here. And this was a bag baby, and it is Ingracum alabaster. The reason I picked this one up for 13 bucks is because there's actually two plants in there. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. And then this one, this is what I love about the Home Depots down here. They actually have tagged phals. So this one is Phal Long Pride Eliza MP2608. And this phal, let me tell you, this phal is really kind of cool. I love the pattern. I love the yellow. I love the speckling, and it was only 9 bucks. So I thought, oh gosh, you can't go wrong there. And I did bring my mandas with me. Everyone's doing much better, as I knew they would. The leaves have firmed up. They're not floppy anymore, which is fantastic. The growing tips have started to wake up a little bit on them. You can see that one's starting to get a new growing tip there. On my larger one here, I don't know that any growing tips have started to form again, but its roots are loving the humidity. I did snag some Spanish moss off a tree at our hotel, and I've been putting it to good use here on my orchids, so just trying to help kind of keep the humidity up there for them. But down here, of course, then we have my bulbophyllum, which is doing much, much better. I've even got a new growth right there. It's amazing how quickly things start to grow down here. I was shocked at how fast things are taking off. You can see there's another new growth, so I'm hoping that this weather, this climate will do a lot better for it. This is a new little Vanda Rhinoclystylus I picked up at Home Depot, and his tag is down in there. I'm not quite sure what it says because it's like wrapped around in there, but he's a beautiful little plant. They had one blooming and it was 30 bucks, and this one was only 13, so I bought that one. I figured why not. And then here's the Vanda that I had at home, and he is loving the humidity. He's starting to get growing tips on his roots again, which makes me really, really happy. I'm super excited. And then a really fun thing, my poor little yellow Oncidium was like not doing well at all. He is plumped up and he's actually getting new growth off of that right there. So I'm really, really excited about that. You can see the new growth right in there. The other Vandas are doing better, much, much better. Their leaves look a little weathered, but they're actually really good and firm. They put some Spanish moss into their baskets too, just to kind of, again, help with that humidity. He is still with me. He looks a little sad, but his new leaves up here are fantastic and firm. So that makes me really, really excited. One thing I did want to point out that I'm noticing, like I said, it's been about a week. We got here Tuesday. Almost all of my phals that I'd cut the spike on are starting to get new, little new secondary shoots on there. So I thought that was pretty cool. So that one's got one. And then down here, I spotted it on another one. I don't remember which one it was. I think it's, yep, there it is right there. This one too is also getting a secondary spike on his. So that didn't take very long at all. It took like 4 days. But down here we've got just my other phals that I had at the place. See this one too. This one's got a secondary spike coming off of its old spike too. And I've noticed almost all of them are getting new leaves. So that's very, very exciting. Everything kind of stalled out at home. So now I think things are kind of on the upside now. Now, one thing I love about the Home Depot and Lowe's down here is they get ground orchids. So I was lucky enough to pick up a white Spaphoglotis. Beautiful, beautiful ground orchid. Tons of spikes on this thing. And then I also picked up a pink Spaphoglotis. So this one only has 3 spikes with another spike coming right down in there. That's what that is. But all in all, a very healthy plant. You can put these in the ground if you want, but I'm just going to put mine in a decorative pot here once I get some more time to do so. So what I do is over here, you can see there I've got a rainwater wand. I have well water, and it's good well water, so I just go ahead and I just hose everything down, and that gets everything, anything that's in a pot like this, though, I make sure to tilt the pot sideways so the excess water drains off. But everything else is just in a draining pot, so they're all good. Over here, oh my goodness, I saw this one today and I had to have it. This is Vanda, let's see here. Vanda Pleon Pit Prize, and let me tell you, I mean, these are not big showy Vandas by any means. These are a smaller Vanda, but the fragrance on this is absolutely stunning. So I had to pick that one up. That was at Home Depot for like 30 bucks. And then it has a little kiki right here, which I thought was pretty cute. So I thought, well, okay, double my money there. That's not bad at all. So that was also a new purchase. And then I have one more to show you guys, and that is in this little seating area that I've got. Now this phal is humongous. You can see there's like climbing out of his pot, lots of big roots, but his bloom spike is at least 3 foot tall. And it goes out about another foot and a half, and then he has a secondary spike right there. And these flowers are huge and beautiful. They got like a light blushing pink on them. Let's see if we can get a little better look at it here. There we go. Beautiful phal, $22, had to have it. Made my wife go back to Home Depot so I could pick it up. So she was gracious enough to allow me to do that. I've bought way more orchids than I ever thought I would when I first got here, and it's only been 1 week. And I've gotten, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, oh gosh, 7, oh dear God, 8, 9, And oh yeah, okay, I'm good till July now, guys. What I want to do now is just get my other ones going and getting them growing. So anyhow, that is my first update in Florida, and I am excited for what's up next with these guys. Everyone seems to really be adapting very well. They've been outside since the day we got here, which would have been Tuesday the 22nd, and I've not seen any burned leaves. I've not seen any like die off of any sort. So far so good. Granted, like I said, it's only been a week. You never know what can happen, but right now I'm really pleased with how things are going. And when I'm not watering orchids, this is what I'm doing right here, and I love it. It's been wonderful just to be able to jump in there. So alrighty guys, that was gonna do it for my Florida update on day whatever it is of me being in Florida. Many more to come, and I'm really excited to share everything with you. Have a great day.